Okay. So blockchain is a completely new technology. I can say I can say it is yes or no. The reason is the blockchain is a tailor-made set of the existing technologies. Tailor-made means you will go to a tailor and you will say that okay, I need the stitching like this, I need the design like this. Okay, you will inform the tailor that I require this. You will mention your requirements. Accordingly, the tailor will go for tailoring of the particular dress or whatever it may be. Like that, blockchain is as a whole, it is looking as a new technology. But internally, whatever the technologies it uses is already old technologies. For example, Ledger is there. Ledger is a old technology only, and cryptography is there. It is also a old one. Cryptographic hash functions are there, which are also old. Public key cryptography is there, which is also old. We have already studied these technologies in our UG level, and also being used by many algorithms in the research community and also in the application section. So, but it is a we can say by and large, blockchain technology is a beautiful tailor-made use of the existing technologies so that it was evolved as its own technology. So blockchain is a completely new technology means we can say yes and also no answer. One point of view it is no because already whatever the features that you use in the blockchain are already old. Everyone knows that. But how beautifully those things were used to made or to solve the real world problems. In that way, it is a new technology. Okay. So is blockchain is completely new technology? We can say yes, no. Two answers are there for this. If you say yes, obviously the existing technologies, how best we can use the existing technologies and can solve the current problems. In that way, it is a very new technology. But what the features or whatever the technology it internally uses is already a old technology. In that way, it is no. Okay, I hope by this time you got the answer for the thing whether the blockchain is a completely new technology or not. To go to the second question, what are the technologies that helps the blockchain to work? Network, which is a distributed network. We have seen distribution of the ledger over the various organizations. We have seen that. So one network we have seen, and also we said that okay, in order to not to view this particular data outside, we can go for encryption and decryption. So cryptography we have seen. So cryptography and network we have seen. Okay, these two we have seen in the first lecture. So here, what are the technologies that helps the blockchain to work? Usually, blockchain will work on three basic things. That is, first one is networking. We have seen in the lecture that networking we have seen as a distributed networking, where once you enter anything in the ledger, the transaction or the record will be shared to all the participating organizations or participating entities in the business. So this networking we have seen, and we have already studied the concept of the distributed networking, peer-to-peer networking, centralized networking, decentralized networking. These are the concepts we have already studied, and these are already existing networking principles or networking formats. And also, we have seen games in the lecture that where three games are there: age should not be disclosed, rating should not be disclosed, and the donation amount and the identity should not be disclosed. So when these particular things are not disclosed, means whenever you say one thing should not be disclosed, so what are the ways we can make it so that the information cannot be disclosed. Obviously, the thing you are supposed to use is encryption. What kind of encryption you can use? We have to use the asymmetric encryption. What is meant by asymmetric encryption, which is also called as public key encryption algorithms? So we use public key encryption algorithms for achieving the encryption, and we can also say confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. These are the three main properties of cryptography that we can achieve via this cryptography, public key cryptography. And also, we have seen one clause in the lecture that whenever a participant initiate a transaction, in future, he should not deny that I have not initiated this transaction. So this property, we discussed it as a non-repudiation property. Non-repudiation means the sender of the information or sender of the data should not deny in future that he has not sent the particular information or data. It is just like whenever any agreement happened between you and some other person, obviously you will go for making preparing of a promissory note or a contract note, and yourself will sign on it, and that second party will also sign on it, and some witnesses will also sign on it, so that in future yourself or that person, the second party or opposition party, should not be in a position to deny that I have not agreed to this contract. Like that, in cryptography, in this particular security point of view also, we have a property called non-repudiation, where the sender of the information should not be in a position to deny that in future that I have not sent this particular information or data. So further, we have discussed that we use the concept of digital signatures. So these digital signatures will help in achieving the non-repudiation property. You look at confidentiality, integrity, authentication, non-repudiation. These are all old concepts. Digital signatures are also old concept. Encryption, decryption also old concept. Integrity achieving with the help of cryptographic hash functions also old concept. Authentication achieving via public key and private key is also an old concept. We are using those concepts in the blockchain fundamentals. Okay. Next one is consensus. So whether the given transaction is a correct transaction or not, or whether the made entry in the ledger is a correct entry or not, how we'll achieve an opinion on that. So how to achieve an opinion on that is said to be the consensus. Okay. So the consensus can be achieved with the help of verification and validation of the entry in the ledger or the transaction that has been performed. So that is what the consensus algorithm. There are very popular consensus algorithms available in the distributed environment, which are also called distributed consensus algorithms. So we mainly focus on the distributed consensus algorithms, as we are using the distributed ledger technology as the base technology in the blockchain. So the fundamentals of the blockchain, if you look at the networking, cryptography, and consensus are already available, already in use currently, but the best of the best, things from the networking, cryptography, and consensus are picked up and made it as the blockchain technology. So whenever you understand the second question, obviously you can answer the first question easily. As I told you, the first question, is the blockchain completely new technology? So here answer is yes and no. Yes is with respect to using of the best things out of the networking, cryptography, and consensus, and making it as a single unit, and using for the current limitations of the existing things. So thereby, in this point of view, blockchain technology is a new technology. But the internal underlying technologies that have been used are the best things that are out of networking, cryptography, and consensus are already old. So in that way, it is a very old technology.